The galaxy had always viewed humanity as doomed. Isolated within their barren sol system, lacking the rare materials needed for faster-than-light travel, and marooned on a planet classified as a death world, their survival seemed improbable at best. Where other races had ascended through cybernetics, gene tailoring, or bioengineering, humanity had none of these advantages. They were left to rot in the silent void, forgotten and abandoned. But humanity did not die. Instead, they turned inward. Without the resources to build grand starships or genetically tailor their species to endure their harsh world, they forged an entirely new path: psionics. Through introspection, meditation, and an unyielding will to survive, they unlocked the latent power of their minds. Over generations, their consciousnesses evolved into something extraordinary, reaching depths no other species had imagined possible. Where others relied on tools and machines, humanity became the tool. When they finally ventured beyond their system, it was not in ships of metal and plasma, but as radiant beings cloaked in their emotions. Their auras, visible manifestations of their thoughts and feelings, marked their passage. Green for resolve and willpower, blue for hope and joy, pink for love and affection, orange for envy and possessiveness, indigo for compassion, and white, a dazzling, radiant white, for the bounty of life itself. Humanity traversed the void on the strength of their psionic might, glowing like comets streaking across the black canvas of space. Their arrival in the galactic community was met with awe. Planets barren for millennia bloomed under their touch. Stars on the verge of collapse were stabilized with but a whisper of psionic focus. Civilizations teetering on the brink of annihilation were saved in moments. Where it took others centuries to achieve such feats, humanity did so in the span of heartbeats. And yet, their power was tempered by an unshakable optimism and an unyielding respect for the cultures they encountered. They came not as conquerors, but as friends, eager to share their gifts. For a time, humanity was a beacon of hope. Their arrival celebrated across the stars. But not everyone welcomed this new power. The Compact, an alliance of several galactic powers, saw humanity's rise as a threat to their dominance. Where the other great races had defined their paths through technology and biology, humanity's psionics defied understanding. Their abilities upended the established order, challenging the hierarchies that had reigned for millennia. Fearing what humanity might become, the Compact resolved to act. Their plan was brutal and unrelenting. They targeted New Eden, a world terraformed by humanity to serve as a symbol of their peaceful intentions. It was a haven for all species, a living testament to cooperation and hope. But to the Compact, it was an opportunity. They struck without warning, unleashing a devastation that turned New Eden to ash. Millions, human and alien alike, died in an instant. But the Compact underestimated humanity. The psionic death wells of New Eden's victims rippled across the galaxy, carried on currents of thought and mind. Every human felt the psychic shockwave as their people cried out in agony. The sheer depth of grief, the unfathomable despair, and the searing rage transformed them. Across the stars, human auras began to shift. Their raging greens, blues, and whites dimmed, replaced by two new terrifying spectrums. Red, for unrelenting rage and fury, and black for the cold, all-consuming hunger for death and destruction. The galaxy froze. Then, humanity moved. They surged from every corner of the galaxy, their glowing auras lighting up the void like an endless swarm of comets, converging on a single point: New Eden. Their psionic power propelled them faster than light, ignoring the constraints of physical space. The Compact's fleets, armed with the finest technology and biology, were torn apart as humanity descended upon them in a storm of wrath. Ships were reduced to atoms by beams of psionic energy. Soldiers were ripped apart by humans cloaked in psychic shields, their hands and minds reinforced by sheer hatred. No weapon could pierce their auras, and no fortress could withstand their fury. Humanity became a living storm. Their enemies' minds were laid bare, unraveled by psionic scans that brooked no resistance. Those complicit in New Eden's destruction were destroyed on the spot, their atoms scattered to the void. Those who were ignorant of the Compact's plan were spared, but only after being forced to experience an echo of the death wells that had galvanized humanity. When the war was over, humanity did not linger. They left behind no occupation, no tribute demands, no lasting presence. Instead, they sent a single dreadful message, a warning burned into the minds of every sentient being across the galaxy. We sought only peace, but peace will not come at the cost of our people. Harm us again and we will not stop until the stars themselves are silent. Then, just as quickly as their rage had ignited, humanity's auras began to shift back. The reds and blacks faded, replaced once more by greens, blues, and whites. They returned to their worlds, their colonies, and their endless mission of life and renewal. But the galaxy would never forget the moment when humanity revealed the full breadth of their power. In the years that followed, humanity remained the galaxy's most ardent protectors, their optimism and compassion unshaken. But beneath their kindness lay a cold truth, a reminder burned into the minds of all who lived. Even the brightest stars can burn.